These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Saban here recording on Thursday, February 8th. During the trade deadline, we just recorded our video talking about the Jaden Springer move. We are still live on stream. We are still here. We are still chatting. We'll be here for around 3:30-ish, we'll say. But we are talking about Dalano Banton. The Celtics have traded Dalano Banton to the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for a, quote, heavily protected second round pick. Second round pick. Woo. I'm frazzled. Traded Banton to the 76ers Blazers for a heavily protected second round pick, according to Woj. Meaning effectively they dumped him, right? They dumped a lot of Banton.
It's tough
on the team, not on the team anymore. Yeah, cleared a roster spot. And that's pretty much the extent of why the move was made.
I wonder, I don't know how much of a positive wrinkle there is for Banton on this. It's not like Lamar Stevens where he's going to the Grizzlies and they have absolutely nobody to play. So Lamar Stevens can at least have the, hey, I'm going to get a ton of opportunity here and I hope to increase my value. Like Portland has a bunch of guys they probably want to keep or develop. You have Scoot, Shady and Sharp, Anthony Simons. They're paying Grant up the ass, so he's not going to take minutes off of Jeremy Grant. So what are you going to come off the bench? Sick.
If that,
he's probably gonna have a very similar role with with Portland than they did the Celtics.
We can't both not be paying attention. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Is there another thing?
I just got a PJ Tucker will not request a buyout and will remain with the team.
Oh, good for PJ Tucker.
Yeah. Big boy play.
Unfortunate for the Celtics. Dalano Banton thing. Listen, he wasn't playing much in Boston. He wasn't going to play much in Boston. I will say I'm surprised he was the one to go over Svi, although I don't disagree with it necessarily. I'm not particularly high on either of them, but like it always felt to me that Banton's okay at a bunch of things. At least Svi is a very good 3-point shooter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Banton is, there's no like specific skill that he is extremely good at. Celtics got Jaden Springer in, and now they still have an open roster spot, which I think is the important part to remember because they can still now perhaps add a player to the mix, or they can still perhaps sign Neemias Queta to a standard roster spot. They could still have the option of bringing in Blake Griffin, even though that's adding a buyout guy, staying in free agency. Like they still have flexibility now that they wouldn't have had they just taken one of the guys or not traded away Banton and just taken on Springer. So I like the flexibility it gives them, but it's annoying, or not annoying, but sucks to see a guy go, I guess, because Joe is talking about the importance of team chemistry, all this stuff. Like, you have to rebuild that in the locker room, and they are adding some guys on the fringes. So that could be something to watch out for. But overall, like it is what it is. I think in this thing.
Yeah. I think the Svi part of that is really interesting and true. Like if you wanted to use your imagination, if I told you Svi Mykhailiuk turned the tides in a Celtics playoff game because he made a bunch of threes, you wouldn't be shocked. But if I told you Dalano Banton did something like that, you would be far more shocked then. Like what would Dalano Banton come in a playoff game and do as a spark?
Yeah, no, I know. I agree with you.
So I think that's a little bit of how Brad was thinking about the moves that were made. Xavier Tillman can come in and make a difference playing defense. He can guard bigger bodies. He can give the Celtics a little extra help, and at the very least can be an extra body to absorb fouls if they play Giannis or Embiid if he comes back in the playoffs. Now, Jaden Springer comes into the team. What can he give them? Well, he can also be a spark guy off the bench, but on the defensive end, while Pritchard will be the offensive spark. He's shown athleticism. He's shown the ability to block shots. He has a crazy burst about him, and he's definitely a ball of energy. So that's great for the Celtics. Now, with Banton, there is none of that. There is, he's going to come in and facilitate and run pick and rolls as a guy that's going to have the ball instead of Tatum and Brown. Like, that wouldn't happen. Mm-hmm. There is no real role for Banton on this team. I think they kind of took a value flyer on him in the summer, and it was like maybe he can become a little bit of a shadow Tatum in terms of being tall, being able to handle the ball and make the right plays.
Sure.
But we didn't really see them tap into that or him develop as quickly as they wanted him to.
Yeah.
So now he's off to Portland. I would imagine at least the margin for error for him there will be a little bit greater, so he has more room to grow and experiment, but I don't know how many minutes he's going to get.
I will say I do think the most important part of this trade to note is the roster flexibility that the Celtics maintain. Open roster spot is important, regardless of what you think. Like they don't even have to fill it, right? Like if the Celtics want to go the entire season with not filling it, that's fine. But they do now have the option to, okay, we want to have the option of playing Kata in the playoffs. We can bring him up on that 15th roster spot, which in my opinion is what I think they'll probably end up doing. But if there's a buyout guy that comes available that they really want, they can do that. If there is, Blake does decide, you know what, I'd like to come back for the run, they have the option to do that now. So as much as Banton was cool and people on the team seem to like him, it just makes sense that like you maintain that flexibility if you are going to take the flyer on Springer and add Tillman to the roster, even though you already did give up Lamar Stevens in the deal to get Tillman. So is there anybody you have your eye on, or do you think you would rather them just go, okay, Nemi, we'll have him for the playoffs if we need him? Because you can't play two-way players in the postseason, so they would need to elevate him if they want to play the playoffs.
Like to see them pick up an hour and 45-minute teammate of Pat Bev, Robin Lopez, who tweeted, I enjoyed being teammates with Patrick Beverley for all of an hour and 45 minutes. I'll never forget those times. # indelible.
The NFL season is wrapping up, and there's still time to get in on the action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Now, the app is so easy to use, and there are so many different ways to bet, like live same-game parlays, find bets in the new Explore tab, make a parlay in the Parlay Hub, the best way to find popular parlays, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Boston and make your first bet a layup. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
I don't know. I'm not.
But anyways, Robin Lopez rules. He's a good vibes guy, and if you really are sold on getting a vibes guy like Blake Griffin, I think he would be good for that. I forget. I had another important report from Jake Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all want it, so here goes. The future second heading to Boston for Dalano Banton is a top 55 protected second in 2020.
Yeah. Hell yeah, it is.
So the Celtics are officially back. They have second-round picks that have been replenished after Jack and I sat here and watched them trade back and trade back again and then trade back another time. Back in June, when it was 500 degrees and I had a 5 a.m. flight the night of the NBA draft, so they could pick Jordan Walsh and keep all those seconds. Now we have seen them say, look what I'm going to do with these seconds. Give me some Jaden Springer. Give me some Xavier Tillman. Another second for Dalano Banton. They're in. They love the seconds.
Which, as much as you mocked them at the time and will continue to mock them, which whatever, they're useful. This is why you get second-round picks. This is why you add them, because they are literally just trade candy, effectively. They are, okay, we'll give you 2 seconds and we can take him into this TPE, et cetera, and you add a player who's like, yeah, we'll take that guy. We'll take Jaden Springer. We'll take Xavier Tillman. Like, Xavier Tillman's played rotation minutes for a playoff team last year, and you get him for nothing because you traded back in the draft a few spots. Like, that's why they're useful. And that's why it's ever important for teams like the Celtics, who are going to be pressed up against that salary line, to trade for picks like that. So as much as we mock them and will continue to mock them, which again, fair enough, this is trade deadline day is why you trade for second round picks, effectively, is what I'm saying.
Sure. Yeah, it's like a little extra, like I don't want to say monopoly money to play with, but let's say like Dave & Buster's tickets. You can kind of cash them in for little prizes that are kind of fun to look at when you're looking in the store, but at the end of the day, they're useless.
I like that.
Like your 3,500 tickets at Dave & Buster's will get you a super cool, little light that you can put up in your room, or one of those Dave & Buster's cups that you'll never use. Super cool cups. Yeah, very cool cup. Yeah, you can get those cups. So the Celtics have traded for a couple of cups today, and they have offloaded another cup in exchange for more currency. More cups. I think you're confused. The picks are the cups. Are the picks the cups are the players? These cups are players. The tickets are the picks. Okay. Got it. They got a lot of tickets. All right. Well, final thoughts on Dalano Banton. Wish him the best.
Can we play taps? Banton was cool.
Play
Yeah.
Taps. Pull it up. I'll pull up Taps.
Motherfucker, I'm editing and making thumbnails. I'm not pulling up Taps.
I'll pull up Taps. I just said I'll pull it up.
All right. Pull up the Taps. Chat, like I said, we'll be back.
Taps.
We'll be back after we're done recording this. I promise. Sorry, chat. But this is the grind. Got 2 breaking videos to post on YouTube.
Okay, here's this, and we're almost there. Share screen. This is always difficult. Tap. Also share tab audio.
Is Taps coming? There's.
It's on. Oh, I put it in the wrong tab, though.
Did you put it in the stream? This guy.
It's in the stream. That's okay. The stream can enjoy it, too.
Is it also in the video? It's not even the video, though. It's not in the video. This guy.
It is now joined the recording.
Banning Taps. I'm hearing it 3 times. Ban Taps. Get Taps off the screen. It's gotta go. No Taps. Taps is done. We're done with Taps. I am editing a video trying to do a thumbnail, and I can't hear anything anymore. No more Taps.
I'm trying.
I took it off. It's gone. Thank you for listening. Sam, wrap up the video. I'm done. Get it out. We're done.
Thank you very much for listening or watching. Thank you for sitting in silence with us as we honor Dalano Banton's Celtics career. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads or our live streams like this one. We're putting up full-length pods on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps on days we don't do a pod, but there is a game. Rumor breakdowns, film breakdowns, and breaking news videos, as well as live streams before every single game. We start a half hour before, so come hang out. You can find us on Spotify and Apple. Follow us there for the audio versions of the full pods and game recaps. You can email us at hbtcpod@gmail.com. We read your emails each and every podcast, and we do love to hear from you. You can find our socials at How About Them Steez, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is just the name of the podcast. You can find our streams there and on YouTube and also on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at Jack Simone NBA. Mine's at Sam with France NBA. That's it for us.
Tic-tac-toe.